Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So, a lot of requests for the Derwent INKTENSE blocks and INKTENSE watercolor pencils. Now, I have a piece of watercolor paper here. Of course, you can use any type of paper you want. I did gesso it with clear gesso. It's still a little damp, but okay. It's it's the Liquitex clear gesso, and it's a little gritty, but it's all right. I love it. I love gesso altogether. Clear, black, white, I don't care. So what these are these are water soluble ink blocks, and these are water soluble ink pencils. And let me just show you. This is my second one of these because I love these. And this is what they look. And this is just the 12 pack. And you can see the colors in here. You don't get a white, which I know sounds really weird because it's like having the white crayon, but I like it because I think it just adds a little bit more. I wish there would have been a white in this, but it's not. There's not. And I did buy this. I bought this the first time, used them all up, and now it's the second time. Now you can get these rubber things, and I don't think I have them sitting here. They're kind of like a pencil grip, you know, when you write, except you put it on these, and so you can sketch or do whatever you want. These dry permanent, which I love. So they're INKTENSE, meaning that they're kind of like ink when they're wet, and they're very intense color, I guess is for any other word. So these, I'm going to show you what they're like. And then I have 24 of the INKTENSE pencils, which I love. I also have the small container, which I started off with. These come with white, and you can see all the colors that they come in. Excuse me, my goodness gracious, I don't know where the heck I came from. So we'll be playing with these as well. These are fantastic, and they also dry permanent. I do have a pack. I have to find it. If I find it, I've already used them, but I don't know. Would you guys be willing to? Would that be weird for me to do a giveaway with them? No point. You know, I really don't need them, but I know that's not really cool. Me giving away things that I've already used. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. But yeah. So you get all these colors and everything like that. So there's a lot of different ways to use them. This is just a piece, like I said, of watercolor paper. And what I'm going to do is, I was checking out a pencil there. I do that all the time. So what I'm going to do is, it's going to flap. We're going to start. Now, let's start with finding my water bottle, which would be good. Okay, let's start with the pencils first. Okay. I gessoed this because I think you get better color. Do you have to gesso it? No, you don't. You don't have to, definitely don't. But if you have it sitting there and you want to do it and it gives you a little bit deeper color, that's awesome. I'm going to just play just so I can kind of show you guys, you know, what these are like. I'm going to use this just as I would as a regular pencil. Let me find yeah. I'm just going to kind of do, I don't know. What do I want to do? Let's just do our normal. Just draw a face real quick so we can play. All right, and I'm just drawing. You can use flowers, do all kinds of stuff. I'll do flowers with the other ones maybe. But I'm just going to do a little face here. Just so you guys can see. Now this is good because I'm going to do the lips like this, like I tell you guys to do. And then we'll fill them in with the water. I'm going to leave the eyes probably like that, and then maybe do, well, you know what? No, I'll just do like that. And then I'm going to grab my paintbrush. I'm going to wet it as if we're doing, this is the one way you can do it. You don't have to do it like this, but, and then I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to get this wet. And see, we're just kind of blending it out. Now, we don't need that line there, so I'm going to do that with my brush and then just wipe it so it doesn't dry. I'm going to wet my brush a little bit more. And you can use a smaller brush too. You don't have to. I just want to show you how this works if you use it to draw. You're just going to wet it. It's great for shading, which I'm going to do a shading video, how I shade anyway. Now watch, see I'm making the lips. So I probably should have used a smaller brush, but I'm just going to kind of go in, color it in, and then bring down like this. So it's connected. Lay in the foundation. Okay. And so far, that is what we have. I'm gonna wet my brush, but dab it dry. And then, that should be dry. Let's take a, color is this? Mustard. And I'm just gonna draw the outside of the face. And you know what? I'm going to use a color for the eye. Obviously, I'm not measuring. I'm just kind of playing. And then maybe I'll take a smaller brush. Oh, got a little itch there. Got a little itch. Wet your brush. Okay, so you can see how you can definitely do these as watercolor. And just pull that color in. Now this middle is going to be wet because I put my brush in there with some wetness. I'm going to take that blue again, or a darker blue. I'm just going to kind of go in, and then I'm going to wet it a bit. I mean, scribble it in where it's a little bit damp. No big deal. Wet your brush again, and then liquefy it. Now see, I'm holding my brush back far because I don't want to be so intent. Like so, you know, I get tense and then I get sick. I don't know if it throws me in a flare up or what, but the rest of the day I hurt if I'm too rigid, I guess, with my painting or drawing. You know, being a control freak and all, it's kind of hard. All right, see how we're doing? Nothing, not going for perfection, believe me. Okay, so another way that you can use these is, let's wet over here. Put this away. Let me get a little bit of this. Now I'm going to go over this face here just for a second. It looks like baby diarrhea color, which was exactly what I was going for. All right. Okay, so we have her face. We're just playing, nothing, like I said. So I'm going to take some of my brush. I'm going to wet it right here. Okay? I'm wetting it. And let's say I'm going to take a color with this, and I'm going to, I'm barely touching this to the paper. And look how it's just melting. It's like melting on there. Look at that delicious color. All right, so you can do it like that. Now, what I like to do is do this on a scrap piece of paper, piece of wax paper, parchment paper, plastic, your work mat, whatever you have, because you could pull color off of this. Watch. I'm going to go in and just play here and lay some of this color in. A little bit more. Right, and I just laid some color in there. Real nice. So you can see, look how nice. Beautiful watercolor. And if you don't want a watercolor, like let's pretend like we're going to do, I'm going to draw on this like this. go in, but look how intense that is. It's so nice, so nice. Just how it's working. Okay. Then I'm going to wet my brush again. I'm going to take some black. Is this black? This is the outliner. And I'm going to I don't know, maybe it's pooping. I don't know exactly what that is, but we're going to go in and pull some of that black in. It's just a black eyeliner. You can see I'm mixing it a little bit. It's kind of coming up purple. One thing I suggest, any kind of watercolor you're using, make sure you clean your brush because it'll, you know, smash together. I don't care, but there are going to be times that you're going to care. Do you know what I mean? But just playing, who cares? And you see, you're just getting different kind of things. If you want to, let me set that here. If you want to, let's pick a color. Why am I so indecisive? There's so many colors here and I'm so indecisive. Okay, you could take your pencil and you pull paint from it. Oh, look, I got squirts. I got the squirts. Look how fun. You can do that. Or you could just, like I said, pull from it. And then look. Pull some more. Wet your brush some more. Throw some hair. I can go in like that if I want and then wet it that way. I use a scrubbing motion so the lines don't show, but I'll make her whole face that color. If you start feeling it getting dry or dragging, wet it because that means you need to wet a little bit more. Okay, so you see we're just playing around here, throwing this on. I'm going to take that nose off though because I'm not liking it, but I'm going to take this and I'm going to outline very wild looking. A little bit of nose. Go in with her eyes. Make it a little thicker on top because that'll be her eyebrow. Eyebrow right here. Eyebrow right there. I know, it's just playing. We're just playing. No hating on the playing. Just showing you what you can do. Easier, you know, easy ways to play. She looks like kind of like Donald Trump with that hair. I don't know. So you see, it's just a matter of playing whichever way you want. And you can go in and soften up your brows if you want, you know, and play. Not no big deal. Not a big deal. But it's a lot of fun to play with. And you can even it out. You can play. You can do what. Say you don't like it and you want to make it a background. We're playing. You got these. You want to play and you want to make a background? Take it all off. Take it all off, sister. Or brothers. Make a background. Because this dries permanent. How much fun is that? So let's see. All right. And take a paper towel. Or another piece of paper even. But let's say you do it and you're like, oh, I'm not really liking it. Because we gesso, we're not going to have a lot of soaking in. And you can go on another time with the water, but you don't have to. Now you can see the lips and all are staying because they've already dried. But they're not going anywhere, are they? But that's okay. So that's, like I said, that's a lot of fun. I do want to show you how to use it on a stamp if I can find a stamp. And I will. Here we go. All right. There's a stamp. We want to use this on a stamp. So I'm going to spray this with water. All right. And pick your colors that you want. Start lightest to dark. Let's do it with a yellow. And I'm just going to run it on there. Can you guys see how the color is going on? I'm just going to color it randomly everywhere with a few colors. And because that's wet, it's going to work good. Let's get another color. How about some orange? And I'm not wetting my markers, my pencils. I'm just wet the stamp, that's all. Try to get to the edges. Try another one. This is a cool blue. Just to add the color through a little bit. Okay. And do some purple with these. Very therapeutic to sit here and do this in color. All right, a few colors through there. Okay, now let's stamp. You could leave it like that and put your paper to the stamp, which is fun. All the same. And then you could drop it like I just did. Just smash it. But do you see what happens? Hey, I'm not perfect. My hands don't work. But do you see how we're getting? That's the first one. Obviously, I dropped it and mushed it. And then that's the second one. Look how cool those colors. Very cool colors. So that's going to dry and become permanent. So you can add that anywhere. Now, those are the pencils. Did I put all my pencils away? Okay, now let's use the blocks. Put the lid on this because I'm good for dropping stuff. Okay. So we have our little butterfly. Fly away, little butterfly. And you can get quite a few stamps from it. You know, so that's good. And we'll do that with the blocks as well. Let's start with the blocks. So the blocks can be used in several ways. One of the ways that they do sell a grinder type thing, a grater, I guess it's called. And the point of it is to grate little pieces. And I'm going to show you on here, but I don't like to do it because I think it wastes these very expensive Inktense blocks. But let me just show you. I'm going to squirt here where it's wet. I have a little X-Acto knife. I'm going to take a little bit of my green. Green. Did I say green? Yeah. And then what you do is you kind of go like this. And what's going to happen, I'm not even pushing it hard because I hate doing this, but okay, I'll do a little bit better. See, you're going to get those squirts, you're going to get those pigments on there. Let me put it closer to the camera so you guys can see it. Okay, see, right over here. I'm going to squirt it with my water. And it's going to kind of give it a nice runny type look. You know, like, I don't know. It's not my favorite, I'm going to tell you. But a lot of people do it and they add like, you know, some pizzazz. I'm all for pizzazz. What I'm not for is wasting my products. And that's what I feel like this is. But look, if you guys have done it and you love it, maybe I'm just a weirdo. Which I don't think anybody's going to argue that with me. See how it comes off? And then you got a couple. And that is what it does. So if we want to draw over here, like let's say I'm going to draw some lips. Right. Now I'm going to color this in and leave the other one so I can pull the Inktense up. So I'm just going to color this in just like you would for watercolor or anything really that's water soluble. Crayons, what have you. And then just pull that in. Sometimes I go like this a lot because I want to not have any lines left. And it comes off, especially if you're gessoed. If you're not gessoed, it's not going to come off as nice, but it's all right. Like Rolling Stone slips. Okay, now a little thing that I like to do, and I'm going to use that again, but a little thing I like to do, I like to do a lot of things. Let me find a piece of paper. Come on, Kel. Okay. And you can put it on another piece of paper, let it dry, it becomes permanent. So you could start a whole other, in your art journal, a whole other page, or backgrounds for your mixed media. You can use your canvas, whatever you have. So that's very fun. And then look, I like weird things. And then look how that texture is. Look at that. Is that not delicious? Maybe if I got on our camera. Look at that. Think about, oh, just the stuff you can do. Okay, so that's that. This is this thing here, and I don't like all those dots. They drive me nuts. Unless I'm going to make them run. Now let's do our butterfly. Butterfly in the sky. Okay. We'll go there. Okay, so we're going to squirt our butterfly. Squirt it with water. Yeah. Okay. And then let's do the same kind of thing. We're going to take our yellow, and just rub it. And you can see it coming off. Okay, just kind of rubbing it through. And then how about a green? Just a little bit. A little bit of red. I'll set this here and kind of run it like that. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. I think that's all I'm going to put on that. Let me stamp and see what we get, shall we? Okay. Here we go. Lift up. All right, a little wet there for me, but that's okay. Drippage. Who doesn't like drippage? But look at that color. Look at that. Look at all those colors. I mean, really, if I sat here and took my time a little bit more, I don't want this to be a 3-hour-long video of me playing, but I love it because you get such a mixture of all the colors. Can you do this with your Crayola watercolor pencils? Yes, you can. And I will do a demo on that as well. So, again, this is just playing. Look at the fun stuff you get. Oh, textures for mixed media, your cards, all that kind of stuff. So you can definitely see how that works. I mean, and if you want to, and you want to be fancy pants, you can always draw with it. Just draw your face, do lips, do a face, and do it that way, if you want. And use that as your drawing tool. Definitely do that as well. But I'm in love with my computer. No. I'm in love with this. Those lips. Those lips, those lips, those lips. And just playing. I mean, look. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And if you want to take right from the monkey's uncle, horse's mouth, if you want to take right from here, you just run your brush on it. This is what I do. This is what I did. I think that's probably why I used them all up last time, but I love them. And then you can just kind of paint from here, and look how bright and beautiful that is. So to use them in backgrounds, fantastic. To just play and draw with them is equally as fantastic. And let me tell you something, just a little tip. If you go to the doctors, or, I live with doctors, I swear. But you can pack these little bad boys and take your, you can draw with these or the pencils and just take that in your paper, and then you can water it down, and play with it when you get home. Or you can take a water brush like this, and why in the world do I have bleach in there? I don't know. But you could take one of these and take them with you. It's filled with all the way to the top to water, and then you can sit. I think this is bleach. I don't know. I'm going to have to empty that out and fix that, though. Why on earth I did that? Oh, it had to be for something. But anyway, and then you can sit and you can, do a little thing at the doctor's office or wherever you go. A lot of us have, chemotherapy or IV medicines and all that kind of stuff. So you definitely can sit and do this and pass the time and be creative. And I think it helps heal us and helps us, So that's just my little gig on these delicious items. I love them. I love them. And just look. I can sit here and play with it. You just don't want to use too many colors to where you're going to muddy it, if you know what I'm saying. But by all means, have a blast. So silly. Just sleeping. That's quite a face, isn't it? Hello. There you go. I don't know. I just like playing. So have a blast playing with it. Like I said, this stamp. Look at that. Look at those delicious colors. And it took, what, 2 seconds? There's the other one. Here's the ones down here. I just love it. Love it, love it. So I'm going to probably do an art journal page with these one day coming up. So you guys can see everything kind of in action in a project. But I just wanted to play with these a minute and show you guys what they're like and how much fun they are. So that's it. As always, be kind to each other. You never know battles somebody else is fighting. If you like seeing me demo different products and all that kind of thing, give me a thumbs up because I love thumbs up and I like to know what you guys like. And that's it. I hope you have a great day. Let me know down below what your experiences are with INKTENSE, if you have any, and different things you like to do with them. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.